Ladies and gents, welcome to a special podcast on, what is it? What's today? Today is April 26th, if I'm not mistaken, April 26th, 2017 at 10:01 or 22:01 on a Wednesday night. This is the Business Minded Leaders Special Edition podcast. Almost like part 2. Yesterday was Tuesday. Yesterday was Tuesday when I did a special podcast over at the beach singing that you guys need to enjoy life. Shout out to my boy DJ Astral Blitz, also known as Dan, because he posted something up in the old DJ Familiar Clan group messenger page thingy that we have for me and my old DJ Familiar Clan brothers that do more than just DJing. We're entrepreneurs, business-minded individuals. I mean, we do a whole lot of things. Everybody got different talents, and there's a whole lot of us now. We are literally worldwide. We got fam out in India and things of that nature that I've been rocking with for the longest and things of that nature. So shout out to my bro DJ AZ out there in India. We still gonna try to visit you, man. Still gonna try to visit you, brother. So I'm going to make that happen. But the reason why I'm doing this podcast was because my bro, DJ Astral Blitz, had posted up an article that said by the Alabama man who recorded himself doing suicide on Facebook Live. And my bro had literally put on there, like under the message, I'm gonna read it for you guys because it's really touching. He put, "This will keep happening again and again. I hope humanity will wake up soon." And this is from, look at the article. It says Alabama man uses Facebook Live to stream his suicide. And I told him, I said, you know what? I said it's a sad shame that folks is streaming themselves, killing themselves. And things of that nature. It's a sad thing because it really does show that there's a whole lot of folks that's really calling out for help and they sick in the mind and they do need our help, but most of us, truth reality, would just brush them off and just say, well, that's their problem, let them deal with it. No, that's when we as humans have to come together and truly have to, ask them, like, what's really going on deep in your mind. And then something hit me. My bro said, when will humanity wake up? Now, we about to go to some deep stuff right now, what I'm about to say. So, you guys can interpret it whatever way you want to. But I'm about to tell you guys good side and dark side about technology. As a techie myself, a person that truly, like dealing with technology and, to see the latest cell phones and things of that nature. I have an iPhone 7 jet black with a D brand marbleized skin on the phone and whatever and things of that nature. And most of you guys know about the story of my iPhone 7 jet black. The first one that I had got stolen while I was on the bus on my way home from work. Burnt the hell out watching a movie. Didn't have one of those little key rings you have in the back, that stick on the case, whatever, which I should have gotten. But at the same time, I remember, I think it was Monday or Tuesday on that phone week, because I got the phone stolen on February 4th. So like around February 2nd and February 3rd, we had went to the Apple store. Something told me don't buy the Apple branded blue, Apple case, phone case. I was hard-headed and bought it anyway because I had different phone cases from my iPhone, whatever, and stuff like that. So I think if I didn't buy that case, I probably would still have the first phone. I would have went through the bull crap of not having a phone for a week, but at the same time, and I'm going to go back and say the story, and it's going to tie in what I'm about to talk right now about technology being good and bad, especially social media, how social media is good and it's also bad too. So just bear with me right now. Oh, also, my name is Quinn Moore, or Chinchilla Q, of hiprockerproductionstm.com, also known as hashtag Business Minus Leaders, aka hashtag The Wolf's Den. So you guys go actually follow me on my Facebook group page on hashtag Business Minded Leaders, where I post motivational and entrepreneur type articles and my own posts as well, in all humbleness, as well other entrepreneurs that I feel fit speaks directly to the people for you guys to get stuff done. I'm a music producer as well too, so there's a whole lot of other stuff that I do, and lately I try to keep myself at a pace where we're staying busy, handling business, and not getting bored and things of that nature. So that's one thing. And I'm going to need to set up. Well, I did this before I started yawning. Hold on for a second. Okay, y'all, and I am back. Had to stop and yawn for just a little bit. I came home from work way earlier, so my body's still kind of like, tired stage. But we'll get on with this podcast. The reason why I'm not doing no music, because you guys, those of you that listen to the podcast, you guys know I like to keep ambient sounds, which means you guys hear what's going on around me. Some podcasters, they keep it to where, you don't want to hear the background sounds. I tend to like to keep the background sounds. Why? Makes it more real. Makes it feel as if you close your eyes and actually picture me talking somewhere, and you can actually see what's actually happening. In a sense, it makes it more realer with the audience. But back to the story at hand. So back on February 4th, I had got my iPhone 7 jet black, 128 gigabytes, stolen, whatever, took out my hand, pressed around the bus. I was going to chase after him. Holy Spirit told me not to. Then chase after him. Didn't worry about it. That whole week, while I tried to get in the process of, I reported the phone stolen and things of that nature, yada, 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 and everything else. Even though I have my iPad with me to take care of the business, whatever, I really wasn't on the social media as heavy like I was on my phone. And lately, I've been kind of slipping back into doing that, which now I'm more aware of not being on my phone 24/7, either looking at different things or stuff like that. So, because before, I was on my phone and texting and things like that. And the funny thing is, I've been rolling with an iPhone for a cool minute. So my iPhone 6S, my iPhone 6, my iPhone 5 that I had, none of them never got stolen. But this iPhone 7 Jet Black did. It was in an Apple branded case, very regular blue one. Then and you guys know that the regular blues is like very loud. What I mean by loud is that it's very bold. The color gives off a bold statement, like yeah, and things of that nature. And I should just went with the black. I probably would have still had the first phone. I got the second one. It's a blessing. And I actually wanted to pay it off so I could actually own this one like I own other phones. Because I was going towards getting the iPhone 8 later on this year, but I'm not liking the new design. So at the concept of the Galaxy Note 8 that I saw online today looked like the concept, I'm going to go with the Galaxy Note 8. I was a Samsung user. Actually, it was an Android user. The very first Android, the T-Mobile G1 that came out. I had that phone, traded my brother, because he got the phone for somebody, and from somebody, he had it, and I was still rocking a Sidekick LX, which to me would always be the best keyboard for typing next to a BlackBerry. So I traded that phone because it was at that process where T-Mobile started to kill off this Sidekick lines of the Sidekick LX and Sidekick 08, phones and things of that nature. And so once I turned my brother, towards the G1 and started getting to touchscreen, because I didn't really like touchscreen phones like that. I didn't really like iPhones like that. I was actually like pro iPhone, meaning I actually hated the iPhones and things like iPods by Apple, but just hated the iPhone because everybody had one, whatever. Then I kind of see the reason why folks had the iPhone once I had the T-Mobile G1, and the battery just was horrible on that phone. Android experience was very cool. But don't mind the dogs. That's next door neighbors. The dogs always bark whenever. But the phone for the T-Mobile G1, the very first Android, very first HTC phone as well too. The battery on that thing sucked. So got a Samsung Galaxy S1 for my pops. He had upgraded to something else, and so he gave me that phone, and that's my first time doing Samsung. So when I say Galaxy Note 8, trust me, believe me, I've been a Samsung user before. But the thing about the Samsung phones back in the day was that they would lag bad as hell, meaning they would lag so bad to the point where you boot up your phone, you ain't gonna get in your phone to about 15-20 minutes. You boot up your iPhone, you get inside your iPhone in less than, I would say, around 2 to 5 minutes tops. And once T-Mobile had the iPhone 5, I jumped on that because I was going to go with AT&T, but I didn't feel like paying a big-ass phone bill. So once T-Mobile had got the iPhone 5, which is back in April 2013, I just been with iPhone ever since. I skipped the 5S because I was like, my 5 works well, so why do I need to have a 5S with the touch, the little touch ID? Then once I had the iPhone 6, jumped on that, and from that, jumped to the 6S. And some of you guys might think to yourself, why will you make the jump from the 6 to the 6S? You have to understand, Apple could easily had that 6S became the iPhone 7, but they choose not to. But the thing is, that's where the Touch ID and the 3D Touch started to come into play. Because now Galaxy S8 and Galaxy S8 try to have their own little version of 3D Touch and whatever that Apple had invented. Folks say that Apple don't innovate anymore. They actually did with the Touch ID, with the 3D Touch and the live photos thing, I mean, even though Samsung, they have little background live photos that actually do move, it drains the battery. But then they have it like in a picture format to where it's a couple seconds, things of that nature. So everybody copies off each other, but you guys need to know one thing. At the end of the day, all companies come together behind closed doors and they all celebrate their profits. They just laugh at you guys when you guys bicker over who has the best phone or who has the best thing. So how does this all tie into the story of my phone getting stolen and everything? This is how it ties in. It ties into technology and social media being dangerous for the fact that during that week, why did I have the phone, whatever? And I bought myself a little flip phone, to go back to being old school. And some folks like, man, you bought yourself a flip phone? That's myself. It's not bad. Always good to have a secondary phone, especially for business. And the flip phone, because you are not so consumed into social media or to the or to the technology behind it. You just use it for a purpose. But as I start seeing more folks are so into the contact on their phone that they don't pay attention to their surroundings. Now with the article that my bro had posted up, and the keyword he said, will humanity ever wake up? The thing is, we are so consumed with our false idols that we have in our hands. Our false idols is the cell phone that we have, the social media sites that we go on. And hold on for a quick second while I drink some water to rehydrate. Wait 1 minute. Alright, I'm back. I should actually have paused it, but you know what? It's cool. It's always good to get the little pause so you guys can be like, okay, let us digest what you're saying. Alright, so during that week of not having the phone, I start seeing folks like truly just on social media 24/7, not really paying attention to their surroundings, not really paying attention to what's really going on around them. And I see folks and how they grab their phones. Because I remember I was on the train one time and I saw this dude who was asleep. May came for work or something like that. Tired, like knocked out sleep. This kid came on the train. Old boy had his phone out. Older Latino cat. Young kid, unfortunately, was black.